Assess Yakubonis' start. He was cruising, looked like, for 4 innings.
Oh, he was good, really good. That was well needed. You'd taken that going into it. Excuse me? Oh, I didn't know. No, he was good. We needed that, to get through that game with using 3 pitchers. Just obviously didn't do much off of Price, but he had thrown 5 innings and 75, but his first 4 as good as you want to see. But, stuff like that gets punctuated when you're not scoring any runs. Usually you'd. But it's impressive. Came out and attacked them. That's what you got, like we talked last night, you have to do, and that's what he did, kind of ambushed him there. But, long ball got him a couple of times. Wasn't going to be much margin for error with, Price being on his game.
The offense since the All-Star break has picked up noticeably, but obviously wasn't the case with Price. What was he able to do this afternoon?
Backdoor cutter, fastball in, Trum, both of them were balls, called strikes, but that's part of the gig. He gets, he's a great pitcher, and the cutter, backdoor cutter, right-handed hitters is a ball out of his hand, and then it cuts back. It's just a matter of whether, the recognition on it is fastball off the plate, and then when he, is able to come in there with that same pitch and with a four-seamer, he got a lot of outs with a changeup too today.
Look, the progression with Jimmy, the 3 starts, intermittent starts, and he seems to have picked up something each time.
Yeah, he's a work in progress, like a lot of our young pitchers. He's growing a little bit from the experience he's getting. His last couple starts down there may not look good statistically, but Griff and RJ felt like he's continued to make progress. He's done things like held runners better. He's working on his off-speed pitch. It was. You get a good arm like that with not a lot of wear and tear on it. You like to see, first of all, if a guy can start, and he's made a lot of progress. I'm proud of him.
What do you assessment on Gilmartin?
Oh no, it's the guy got here about 11:30. It's been a tough travel day for him. That was a tough position for him to be in, and he gave us some needed innings. So I don't think it's fair to him to. But the results you'd have taken, considering. I know he was telling me the Uber driver took his suitcase and took off with it, and had to try to find him. And for those of us that don't use the Uber, I guess that's pretty hard to do to get him back. But he's had a tough day, and I was real pleased with his performance, all things considered.
Yeah. When you look at Jimmy's starts, a lot of them have been in the 4 or 5 innings. But are you seeing evidence that you really think that he can be a major league starter?
Well, that's the next step. We've tried to keep in mind his body of work and try not to go from 0 to 100 right out of the chute. They've done a good job with him, and the next step is being able to maintain your stuff over a longer haul. We were 5 and 75 is the most. Well, he's going 83, but we had him at 5 and 75 today. It's just the 5. You could tell he was tiring a little bit there. I want to keep his confidence level and also feel good about a needed outing we needed from him today.